Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 17. Episode 17 of Axanar Confidential. How you doing, everyone? As you can see, thanks to Trey McElwain, we got our green screen going behind us. So, yay for technology. So, of course, I had to put the Aries in the background there. So thank you very much. Let me center myself here, as if I'm behind the chair. I hope you guys are all doing great. Happy Memorial Day, and a much needed thanks to all the men and women who have served our country, who've died in defense of it. So that's what Memorial Day is all about. And so we need to honor that and give thanks, because that is just one of the cornerstones of our democracy, is our ability to stay free. So thank you to all the servicemen and women who have given their lives in defense of this country. It's a really important holiday, and I think we always should remember that. I hope everyone is doing great. I hope you all have had a great weekend. Hopefully you were cooking out. You're doing something cool. I don't know what you guys were doing. But we had a nice casual day here. Oh my God, you guys are just chatting up a storm before it even gets going. So let me catch up. So thank you very much to Trey McElwain, who helped me with the green screen. There's Zara over in the UK. Zara, how you doing, beautiful? I hope you're doing great. My favorite Vulcan. We're going to talk a little bit about Zara in a bit. Hey Val, thank you very much. Let's see. Okay, so hey Shane, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on, what I've been doing the last couple of days. Big weekend, Triclanta weekend. Neutral Zone Studios down in Kingsland had a little event. We're going to talk about that too. Some good gossip going on there. Well, not so good. It involves Vic, so of course it's not good. But here's what happened. So this weekend was Triclanta. We had a panel. Paul Jenkins and I had a panel at Triclanta yesterday, Sunday, 11 o'clock. Small panel, dozen people or so, which was great, which is absolutely fantastic. And it was funny because it was Josh Irvine and Victoria Fox from Avalon Universe, and it was who else was there? Glenn Wolfe from I always forget the name of his studios. He's the Arkansas Studios. We'll talk about that. He's really interesting. Randy Landers from Starship Potemkin was one of my favorite. Him and Vance Major Owens are the cornerstone of Star Trek fan films. It was great to see Randy, as always. He's such a great guy. And so that was it. We did our panel, had a great time, talked a lot of things, which was, helped, especially because we're going to talk about here. And then Paul and I had a meeting. Paul is helping me settle these disputes with Rob Burnett, who has all of our assets, has not returned anything to us since past Prelude. And so we have all the stuff we worked on in 2015, second half of 2015, 2016, beginning of 2017. We don't have it because Rob has it. He has Rob Burnett, and he has refused to return it to us. So I had to sue Rob, as many of you know, which is like, really, I have to sue you to get what belongs to us. He took all of our equipment, and I know it's kind of bullshit. It's incredibly unprofessional, and he goes off and starts talking nonsense and spewing crap and saying I ripped off a widow and blah, blah, blah. Just nonsense. And so I sued him, and we won because he didn't show up in court. He didn't file a response. So all along I've been trying to settle this lawsuit. I made a ridiculously generous offer 4 months ago, which he just slapped away. So I filed a lawsuit, and now it's, now we're trying to settle it and get our stuff. All I've ever wanted was what belonged to us. Rob also, I loaned Rob $30,000 in 2014, 2015 to keep him off the streets, and he refuses to pay that back. What am I going to do? I just want the Axanar stuff. If I have to forgive the debt, I forgive the debt, but we need the Axanar stuff. Fans paid for the Axanar stuff. It's theirs. It's not yours, Rob. So that's where we are. Okay, enough of that. So Josh Irvine and Victoria Fox from the Avalon universe. They did that great fan film Ghost Ship, which was kind of like zombies meet Star Trek, which hopefully you've seen. If you haven't seen it, go onto YouTube and watch it. We watched it last night on our big screen TV, along with the Avalon universe episode, which I think it has a name, and I forget it at the moment. One of you will help remind me. Let's see. I'm going to just check the... Oh, no. Yes. Val says her dad served on the Saratoga in Da Nang. Wow, fantastic. Thank you. Thanks for your father's service. JT Gamer says, Alec, what do you think of the USS Enterprise AA, remember from Last Confidential? I'm not sure. You got to explain that to me. I don't know what that means. Will Vance cameo as Menard in Axanar? No. Well, it's right. It's Axanar's at least 10 years before The Cage, and the timelines don't work. So no. I would love to have Vance. We'll figure out a role for Vance. Maybe we need to have Vance in the Starfleet headquarters scene for sure. All right. So let's see. What else do we got? Let's see. Love Ghost Ship, zombies. Yeah. All right. There's the Aries Studio Discord. Thanks. Stogie is online. Stogie is our YouTube producer. Of course, we'll thank Stogie for all the hard work he does. He's also working on Crystal Hubbard, my girlfriend's YouTube channel. So thank you, Stogie. And of course, thanks to Trey McElwain who helped with the green screen. That was awesome. Yes. Pushing our Patreon. Please go to our Patreon, patreon.com, Aries Studios. We're up to like $218, $235. We're at a high. We keep moving up. Look, $5 a month, you get all sorts of unique content. All right, you can give us 2, but most people give us 5 or more. We got some great ones. Michael Carter, Michael Weir. The 2 Michaels are both like $100 a month donors, which you don't have to do, but we thank them very much because they're awesome. It's great. Let's see. Yeah, Victoria is awesome. John Kraft says he's a huge Victoria fan. Yes, Victoria's smoking hot, and she's sweet and smart as hell, and a really good director. So she says, so what's up with Ghost Ship and Avalon Universe? Josh and Victoria. Josh, great filmmaker. It was great too because we watched him, and I could tell him really what I think, and he was more critical of himself than I was, because when I see fan films, I'm pretty brutally honest. Not that I'm brilliant or anything. I'm not. It's just that, I want fan films to be great. And it was so interesting to see the improvement in their fan film from Ghost Ship to the next one. You could go, oh, wow. I mean, there's some great stuff in the second one. That's where the main character dies. Spoiler. Just Stogie says, oh, this looks so much better. So that's good. Oh, let me move my mic a little bit closer. By the way, Trey, I was watching one of your videos. You got to get your mic away from you. Trey, you do all your videos like this, right? This is you look like an old time. Trey hides behind his mic, so his mic's always like this, so you can't see his mouth move. Trey, you got to get rid of that. All right, you're a good looking guy. Get the mic away. It's look at how far away my mic's like 12 inches away from me, and people can still hear me. So do that. So that was the one thing about that. So Victoria Fox, so they stayed at my house. So they came down Sunday. They came to the Axanar panel, and then they had Glenn Wolfe with them, who has the Axanar has the Star Trek Studios in Arkansas, and so they all stayed at my house last night. And which is great. I love having a big house because I can always have my friends stay over, and especially in this business, you have so many friends from out of town, so it's really cool. So they all came over, and so we had unfortunately they're all dog people. They loved our dogs. We actually have a bunny rabbit here too now that Crystal just rescued. Someone was giving it away, and it was one of those things. They got a bunny rabbit, and then we're like, oh, we can't take care of it. So Crystal found a rabbit rescue here in Atlanta, and she's going to work with them. But in the meantime, we have a bunny rabbit here, and it's really cute and sweet and gets along with Pee-wee. Yes, Val, a bunny rabbit. So that's upstairs. We haven't named him yet. Originally, I think the other family named him Fluffy, but he's really not fluffy. He's super silky smooth. But so I don't know. Bugs. I don't know what we're gonna name him, but we're gonna name him. So anyway, Josh and Victoria came over. We watched their films last night. That was great. They went to the studio this morning and met Dana Wagner. So it was kind of like a tech survey. We did a video that's exclusively for Patreon donors that Dana is editing tomorrow morning and will be up tomorrow on the Patreon, on the Axanar Patreon. So stay tuned to that. And today Dana worked on, and I hate to say I worked on it because I hardly do anything. He does all the work. But anyway, I was there going, yeah, a little to the right, a little left. And we put in all the monitors for the fleet ops station. So now all the two forward stations have computer monitors in them, Raspberry Pis, the whole 9 yards. The next thing is to hook up the lighting for the panels on the right side, on the fleet ops console. Val needs a caramel fix. God, let me see if I can pull down. Yes, Kyla sent me. She has gotten so big. Listen, if you come here, as you know, hopefully you know that if you come to Axanar Confidential, one of the things you're going to get is a lot of talk about animals because we are huge animal lovers. So I'm going to do this. There you go, Val. I just sent you your caramel fix rather than downloading it and uploading it and everything like that. So Raymond Moore asks, Alec, what do you think of What We Left Behind? I have not seen it yet. I cannot wait to see it. I'm totally super excited about seeing What We Left Behind. So yes, looking forward to that. Let's see what else we got. Aries R. Sean says, you need to change the name from Aries Dog Rescue to Aries Ark. Yeah, because we kind of take, that's what happens. You're like, I'm going to do a dog rescue, but I'm only going to rescue basset hounds. And then you can't do that because then their dog comes along that you like and you're like, all right, I'll take that one in. And, we have a name. We created the name Chihuahua Ranch. That was going to be the name of our dog rescue because we're going to focus on Chihuahuas. Well, that hasn't worked out too well. So we'll see. Adega says, you have actresses that want to help, but I tend to be impatient. Yeah, listen, right now we're starting to take submissions. So anyone who, any actor or actress who wants to participate in Axanar, you send us a headshot, you send us your reel. And we will respond to the ones that we want to see more of. So that's it. Let's see, what do we got? Someone's setting off fireworks. Great. My dogs are going to go crazy because they would get really scared, and I didn't put their thunder vests on. Thunder vests are like this tight vest that helps settle them down, and we didn't give them the relaxing medicine or anything. Yeah. Izar says, you ended up with GSD, German Shepherd with a Rottweiler mix and a Hound Lab and so on. Yeah, exactly. Right. So don't, unfortunately, both of those, everyone knows now that Dreamy is now with Stogie, right? Everyone knows Dreamy, our Rottweiler Shepherd mix is now with Stogie. He's fostering her, which is awesome. And Stogie's awesome and an animal lover, so that's great. And Caramel went to a great family right here in town who we're really good friends with. Okay, so that's it. So I urge you, so Josh and Victoria are going to be producing and directing Interlude for Jonathan Lane, who's the executive producer. So that's what they were here for. So they saw our sets, they talked to Dana, and they're getting ready for their September shoot. We're getting ready for our October shoot. So that's what happened. So that's what happened there. So that was great. I was going to mention that Victoria came with Ear. So she was down at Kingsland, Georgia, where Ray Tessie of Neutral Zone Studios had an event. Now, as many of you know, I do not get along with Vic Mignogna at all. I've worked with him. I know he's pissed off just about every other fan film there is. Setting aside the sexual harassment, the pervasive sexual harassment he's inflicted upon women in the anime voice acting industry, of which I've firsthand knowledge. So there's nothing to there that's not true. But here's what happened this weekend. Vic was at this thing. Why Ray brings Vic in, I don't know. But he brought Vic in, and Vic told Ray that he was not allowed, even though Vic does not own those sets anymore. Ray does. Vic told Ray he's not allowed to let Jonathan Lane shoot on the sets, or Axanar can't shoot on those sets. So Vic told Ray no. Now, if I'm Ray, I'm like, excuse me, screw you. I don't know. You don't own these sets. I'll let whoever. I need money to run these sets. You ain't paying me. If Axanar and Jonathan Lane are two different productions are willing to pay me $300 a day, $500 a day, whatever he charges, that I'll do that to pay the bills. But Ray didn't do that, and he kowtowed to Vic, and so neither Ray nor I are allowed to shoot at Neutral Zone Studios. Maybe need to change the name, Ray. That's just bullshit. But this is Vic Mignogna's MO. Vic has refused to help any other fan film. He even legendarily told Tommy Kraft he wanted to be in the sequel to Horizon and said, but I'm not going to do anything for you. I mean, he literally told Tommy Kraft that. He said he would not help him. And Josh and I and Jonathan, we're all the opposite. We're like, how many fan films can we help? But that's Vic's narcissism, right? He's all about Vic. And it's disappointing, but I've known this. This is why we don't work with Vic. Shane, I'm not going to let your message get through because that was a little overboard. I just tell it like it is. We don't need to resort to name calling. But as a matter of fact, I'm going to Herb. I'm going to remove yours too. Listen. You'll read about it when I publish the making of Axanar book. You'll find there's a section called Fan Film Confidential. I'm just going to have all the dirt. I'll tell you all the stories about James Cawley and all the stories about Vic. The good news is that almost everyone else in fandom is really cool. I met Jim Johnson from Exeter. Cool. Nick Cook, if you know him from Intrepid. Awesome. Vance Major Owen. Amazing. Randy Landers, Potemkin. Amazing. Jonathan Lane, of course, is awesome if you know Jonathan Lane. He's just he's just great. Everyone in Star Trek fan films, except for Vic and James to a lesser extent, are just wonderful, wonderful people. And so it was really exciting to have, have Joshua and Victoria and Glenn into my house, and we shared an evening of Star Trek and went to a studio, and it was great. That's what fan films should be about, right? That's what fan films should be about. Not the bullshit high school drama of a sexual predator, let's call Vic as it is, and his insane hatred. I mean, he was talking shit about Axanar. I was hearing from people who were down in Kingsland telling me, oh, Vic said that CBS never would have sued Axanar if they had just made something, which makes, Vic, that makes no freaking sense, you idiot. That makes no sense whatsoever. And as a matter of fact, the reason they didn't sue you, Vic, because your show wasn't good enough, according to them. As I've told everyone many times, they told us the reason they sued Axanar because we were the one show that looked too much like Star Trek, that looked like real Star Trek. So, Vic goes up on a stage and just feels it's his right to just start bashing Axanar. Vic, I don't go up on a stage and start telling everyone about you being a sexual predator. So why don't you just shut the frack up and let Axanar be Axanar? All the other fan films get along. Why you can't get along with them? Because believe me, the people came back and said, people who had never met Vic came back and said, oh God, I'm not going to repeat it. So anyway, all right. Let's, I don't want to dwell on Vic because he's another hater just like Carlos, and we don't let those people rule our lives. We ignore them. Zara, you are the bomb. I love Zara, and I love all you guys. You guys are amazing. So I told Zara I was going to talk about her ears. So Zara is like the biggest Vulcan fan in the world. Like Sophia in Russia, Zara is a crazy Vulcan fan, and she's great at it. Zara, I can't show that. Sorry. So I'm going to have to hide your message. But thank you. You're right. You're right, Zara. Whenever I do that, folks, that means that someone said something that a little off key, off color. So anyway, Victoria Fox had ears put on her, Vulcan ears put on her down at Kingsland by Lisa Hansel, who did the makeup for Star Trek Continues. And they were pretty good. You know, not the level of what we had on Axanar, because I could see a scene, but they were really, really good. They were pretty good. Not camera quality, but definitely the best thing you've seen fans wear, right? And so she left them on. So she got them done Saturday and then slept in them Saturday night and showered in Sunday morning and then came to us and was wearing them at Tricklanta and then was wearing them when we went out to dinner. And, you know, she was awesome. And I think she left in them today. I think they were still on because, you know, when a professional does ears, it's like there's actual glue that they're putting down, and you have to use alcohol and stuff to get it off. I don't know whether. So she was wearing them, and I started talking about Zara. And I said, "Oh, Zara!" Zara and I had the conversation where I told Zara she looks so good in Vulcan ears, and let's face it, most girls look great in Vulcan ears, right? It's sexy look. And Zara, I had gone online and looked at people who actually get surgery to have elf ears or Vulcan ears, whatever you want to call it, and some of them are really, really good. I told Zara she needs to do that. I said, "Look, you're such a big Vulcan." You know, you live your life as a Vulcan. You need to have the ears. So, yeah, we can all chime in and tell everyone, tell Zara how much she needs to get Vulcan ears done, like real cosmetic surgery to get real Vulcan ears. I don't know how they do it, but they point your ears. So yeah, everyone, yeah, all professionals use glue, of course. Silver Bullet says my mom's ears are close to Vulcan ears naturally. Yes, you need to do it, Zara. So I think it's a great look. So anyway, yeah. So those are a couple of things that happened. That's what happened this weekend. I will have, once the video is up with Patreon, showing the working monitors and all. Once it's up a few days, we'll share it with everyone. Please make sure you check out the live video I did on the bridge yesterday. That's on the Axanar fan group. 93 people watching. Whoa, thank you. Let's make that 100. Listen, A Dig Outlaw says, I want Dune Freeman eye contacts. Hey, okay, also, just to let you know, if you were one of the 3 people, and I forgot who they were, but it's in my PayPal, who donated last week, I have not yet sent out your graphic novel, but I will. I've got a bunch of stuff that I'm hopefully shipping out tomorrow, sitting in my car. So just giving you a heads up. If you're going to super chat tonight, everyone, thank you very much. We always appreciate super chats. They help pay for the studio. We have right now we have about $1,700 a month negative cash flow, meaning Alec pays. So anytime you give us money through Patreon or a super chat, it helps close the gap on the money we spend. So thank you very much. If you're going to donate tonight in a super chat and you're going to donate $20 or more, I urge you to donate on PayPal, because YouTube takes 30% of all super chats, right? So you give us $20, we only get like $12.50 or whatever that is, $12.66, whatever that is. So please give through PayPal if you're going to donate $20 or more. And if you do, I send you something special in the mail. You make sure you send it friends and family on PayPal, and make sure you include your address. Okay, that's really, really important. And I will send you out a gift. All right. So let's see. I'm just gonna catch up on some chats. Hey, Charles Williamson is back. Sir, how are you? Right. I know I have to salute with my right hand. Let's see. Any chance of a newer trailer when Axanar starts filming? Yes. Oh, absolutely. We are planning. Right now, we're planning the trailers. So believe me, having at least 2 good trailers is absolutely top of mind. So yes, there's gonna, believe me, I want to have kick-ass trailers. Thanks, Annabelle Colin. Appreciate it. So let's talk about, before we get into tonight's topic, which is characters, and we got to get to it because I just really, Picard, excuse me, we're going to do a quick video on the Picard later, but the Picard trailer, yes, the Picard trailer. What do you think of the Picard trailer? So hopefully you've all seen it by now. I saw it. It's clearly a teaser. All we get is one shot of Picard, but other things have been released. It's a teaser. You can't make much out of it. Yeah, Silver Bullet says, what kind of reels do you need for an actor? Send me a headshot in an email along with links. That's all you need to do. Okay, links to your to what you're in, and that's fine. So the teaser, I guess there was other stuff that came out, including a clip where my understanding was shown at an event, and it shows Patrick Stewart going into Starfleet headquarters, and a cadet doesn't know who he is. So anyway, and we see the new uniforms, which look awful. I'm just going to tell you right now, they look awful. They look like fan costumes. I'll see. I'm not, again, when I offer criticism of Star Trek, it ain't because I'm a hater. It's because I want it to be good. So we'll see. I mean, yes, we know he's a vintner. He makes wine, great wine. Yes, that all looked good. We tease about the great evacuation, a great tragedy. And then we see a picture of Patrick Stewart, who's, he's looking all of his years. But, what do we make of it? I don't know. It's a teaser. It says it's coming. That's great. Zara, £9.99 sterling super chat. Thank you so much. Arigato gozaimasu. We appreciate it, Zara, with the first super chat of the night. And you should all subscribe to her Instagram, Zara's and Crystal's. So Zara, put in the chat which Instagram you want people to follow. Also follow Crystal's Instagram, Crystal Hubbard, my girlfriend. And hers is, there we go. That's Crystal Hubbard's Instagram. So if you would all follow Crystal's Instagram, that would be awesome. I would really appreciate it. Zara will put hers in as well. Follow Zara. And that's 2 hot Star Trek fans that you can follow and drool over. So, by the way, did Picard become an admiral? We don't know. Wouldn't Picard be a small boy at the time of Axanar? Well, geez, I don't know. I don't know what year Picard was born. Shall we look that up? Picard birth date. All right, let's see. Jean-Luc Picard. He was born in France in 2305. Okay, so that's way after Axanar. So there you go. So Val, what does Crystal talk about? On her YouTube channel, she does everything, all geek stuff. She comments on all the geek stuff. She's a big Game of Thrones fan, big DC fan. So yeah, check out her YouTube channel. Stogie, can you put Crystal's YouTube channel in the chat? JT Gamer wants to know a good Starship designer. Well, we used Sean Taranjo, helped us. So you could check with Sean. He does a lot of stuff like that. So I says, yes, Picard is an admiral. Yes, I said, Zara, I said you donated in pounds sterling. So thank you very much. Yes, Stogie says, Alec, remember Picard never went home to clean up the mess of the fire and live out the last of the Picards. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the reasons I like Generation so much. I mean, wow, that was really heavy that his brother and nephew burned in a fire. I was just like, oh, jeez. Yeah, that was rough. So the D7 model used in Prelude, Axanar, and other clips is by Tobias Richter. Okay, so Zara is Vulcan_mistress on Instagram, so follow her as well. Let's see. Yeah, ask Alexa for a Star Trek joke. My landlady in Charleston did that. Disco is closer to the Axanar. Yeah, Disco takes place the same time frame as Prelude to Axanar takes place. Yeah, Picard was not born yet. He wasn't even, he was 30 years away, 40 years away. So 2245 is the 4 Years' War. 2255 is Prelude to Axanar. So there you go. Figure it out. It's a long way away. Yeah. How many Vulcans does it take to change a light bulb? I have no idea, but I have a feeling you're going to tell us. So anyway, let's get to what we're going to talk about tonight. So that's the Picard trailer. We wait to see more. We really don't have much right now. Raymond Moore says, Alec, you just set off my Alexa with a joke. Thanks. Oh, that's funny. How many Vulcans does it take to screw in a light bulb? One. And what's so funny? Troy Light, my good friend Troy Light, says Picard's brother and nephew died back before First Contact, so he was still in Starfleet for another 15, 20 years if the Picard trailer is to be believed. Yeah, I don't know who took care of the family farm, right? That's a good question. It's going to be, the next two episodes are just like Prelude to Axanar. Okay, so let's get to the characters of Axanar, right? We were talking about this. What are the because you know the characters from Prelude, right? And there are more characters that we see in the full script. And by the way, Paul Jenkins and I are rewriting the full script right now, and the full script is going to be released to all the donors, and it is going to be made into an audio drama. So you are actually going to get. You won't get the movie, but you're going to get the audio drama. So hopefully you like that idea. So in Prelude to Axanar, we had, so you had Ramirez, you had Garth, you had Travis, you had Sonya, you had Saval, and you had Karn. So you had 6 characters. In the next episode, we have, I want to say 14 characters. At least, because now you're going to see, first of all, we have a new admiral, right? We have Admiral Threll, who is an Andorian. Val sends us $2 super chat. Can I be your Lieutenant Aurora? We don't have Lieutenant Aurora, sorry. But you certainly can be. And so thank you very much, Val, for your $2 super chat. We really appreciate that. So Admiral Threll is an Andorian. We wanted to change it up when we knew we were going to have Tony Todd. And so we explain exactly what happened. And matter of fact, it's one of the things explained in Interlude, Jonathan Lane's Axanar fan film. What happened to Admiral Ramirez? And so we have Admiral Threll, who's an Andorian. And I'm very happy to say that, as I think I spoke about it at the panel, but I didn't speak about it with y'all, I don't think. But I was able to speak to Steve Makaj, who is Steve Einat's nephew. He's, I guess, just turned 60 maybe, he's in his low 60s. He was Colonel Makepeace on Stargate. So he was a professional actor at one point. He may still be. I don't know how much he's working. So Steve Akaj and I talked. He's a really nice guy. Told me, stories about Uncle Steve. The fact that, he is Steve's nephew. And so I said, we need to find a role for you. And I said, I got the role for you. You need to be Admiral Thrill. I said, how do you feel about blue makeup? So I sent him photos. And so we're going to have the nephew of Steve Einat, the original Garth of Izar, as Admiral Thrill. So that was really great. Silver Bullet, I'll have to answer that question later. That's a little, we made it. I'm not. That's a little technical, and would have to go back and see. So that's one role that we've cast is an Andorian. We're also going to have an Andorian captain in the episode. So very excited about that. And then, who else are you going to see? Well, you're going to see a Vulcan captain, and the Tellarite is up in the air. Obviously the big issue is makeup, but that is a possibility. So we'll see. Okay, we're going to see Garth's first officer, Kenji Tanaka. I wrote that part years ago. I wrote that part for Keri Hiroyuki Tagawa, and I'm a big fan of Rising Sun, the Sean Connery Wesley Snipes film, which had just a wonderful cast in it. And Keri was a younger man back then. I guess that was right around the early 90s. And Keri played Eddie, and he was so good in that movie. So good in that movie. And he also plays in Pearl Harbor. I want to say he's Genda in Pearl Harbor. Let me look up IMDb, and we're gonna go to there we go. But you all know Keri Hiroyuki Tagawa because he was the bad guy in Mortal Kombat, and let's see. Wow, Pearl Harbor was 2001. That was 18 years ago. Holy crap! My thoughts on Pearl Harbor. It's a good movie. Let's see, Keri. Let's see the full cast. I thought Mako was miscast as Yamamoto. That was just. I always like Mako. He's great in everything. Keri Hiroyuki Tagawa was Genda, who is who is the commander of the Air Wing, and so. Listen. Yes, Andorians as a captain. Yes, Zara. And we in 2015, I met with Jeffrey Combs about playing Moreau, and he just couldn't see himself playing a Klingon. That was real interesting. So that was it. So anyway, there you go. There's a little behind the scenes. So Keri Hiroyuki Tagawa is who I created Tanaka to be. That's who I saw him as. And Keri Hiroyuki Tagawa is in Lost in Space? Yes, that's right. He is. Yeah. Yes, he was in B5, Babylon 5. He had a quick role there, I think. All right. So Tanaka is Garth's first officer. And they're old friends. Tanaka's his senior. They met at the academy. Tanaka was an instructor at the academy when they met, and Garth was in his kendo class, and it was that's kind of the relationship. Tanaka is really like that whole kind of warrior priest kind of guy, right? He's the very Zen. He's Japanese, so it's a character I really enjoyed writing, and I really wanted in the next two episodes. So when Bill Hunt, my co-writer, back in 2016, killed him off in the script, I was like, no, you can't do that. Okay, he appears in the next two episodes. So we're looking to cast a Japanese American actor there, but. So we'll see. So there you go. That is one character. Then the other characters, the other bridge characters, you've got the only alien you see on the Ares is you see an Efrosian, who is the fleet ops officer. He's in charge of the fleet operations on the new station. So there's a scene in this full script where they come back after getting their ass kicked by a D7 and are being refit, and they install the fleet ops station. A scene that we originally wrote a scene for it with Richard Daystrom, which was really cool. And yes. So, which reminds me. Let me make sure I message this guy who we originally talked to about that, about playing Richard Daystrom. Okay. Let me just do this before I forget. So, yeah, so that would be interesting. So we have an Efrosian first officer. Fleet ops officer. The pilot the pilot was originally named Cross, and we have I think it's been a while since I've gone through the script, but one of the things we decided to do was Claude, who is our loyal costume designer. Claude said he thought we were a little thin in the European representation, right? And I was like, okay, yeah, we are. You're right. It's kind of natural to be a little ethnocentric, so you have to be careful, right? How old was Daystrom in Ultimate Computer? He was older, so he was definitely. I mean, this was right around the time. Axanar was right around the time that he won the Z Magnes and Nobel Awards. So yes, so that's why he was in. We had put him in Axanar. Yeah, Efrosians are awesome. That Efrosian in Star Trek 4 is just. I was like, wow, that is striking makeup, right? And that's why. Hey, Michael Weir is here. Hey, so there you go. What do we got? So. All right, let's be careful, guys. Let's keep this G-rated, okay? Just like I'm not sure what you're referring to, HX823. So anyway, so the other important character on the bridge is Tara Wagner, who is the tactical officer. And she's young and she runs so she's in charge of security on the Ares, tactical officer, but she's also the one that's in charge of the black shirts when they beam down on a landing party. The black shirts are basically they're the Makos, right? Because Makos was an Earth unit; it's not a Starfleet unit. So Makos were disbanded when Earth became part of the Federation. So what does the Federation have? Well, I don't think red shirts are the army per se, right? Who are the Marines? Who are the ones who think of a traditional 17th, 18th century version of a Marine. A Marine was a soldier who was stationed on a ship, right? Yeah, there you go. Oh, we're at 92. Come on, guys, we got to get over 100. So black shirts are our Marines. They are the SEALs. They are they're on the ship, on the Ares, and their job is ground control, right? They're the ones that are beamed down to take control of the situation. So, and Tara Wagner's in charge of them. So she's young. She's, I don't want to give away too much of the script, but she's kind of Garth's protege, right? So she's a little fiery. She's a little bit of a balance to Garth, who's very measured, right? But she's pretty on top of things. So anyway, that's Tara Wagner. You've got the pilot, and you've got comms officers, are two others that you'll see on the bridge that we'll be fleshing out, and the chief engineer, Alexei Leonov, is the chief engineer. So he's a Russian. He's a great character. I really love Leonov. So that's kind of like the main crew. You're like, well, what about the Doctor? Yeah, the Doctor doesn't really play for us. So we really haven't fleshed that character out. Now, on the other side of things, we got Thrall. I told you about that. In the next two episodes that we have, Sorry, we call them black shirts. Sorry, Necro. Because they wear black. So you know about Karn? Well, Chang plays in the script, right? Chang is Karn's lieutenant, and you get to see how Chang gets to where he winds up, right? That's all started before Axanar, but you see it in Axanar. So those are the two main Klingons. Now we're probably going to see another Klingon captain maybe in the next two episodes. We'll see how that goes. That's all up in the air. Yeah, but Makos are an Earth force, Zara. They weren't part of the Federation, and it would be like, United States Marines being in the UN peacekeeping force. That's a separate force, right? So so there you go. Okay, so that's the Klingons, and then the other characters are the other captains in the fleet. A Rev, who's a Vulcan. And we have an Andorian. We have a Tellarite captain as well. Again, not sure that they're going to make the 2 episodes, but those are those are going to be. We'll see how much money we raise. It all depends how much money we raise. Got an amazing makeup artist, but we need to. Let me just. We need to make sure we have the budget before we start committing to other alien makeups, right? So we'll see. What else? There's some surprises. There's just like John Gill made an appearance and will be the narrator again in the next 2 episodes. There's a really nice Easter egg in here. In the next 2 episodes, and you're going to go, holy shit, that's so-and-so. Yeah. In the full script, there's another major Easter egg in a great scene. Great scene. So that's Crystal asking me. She's at work tonight. The dogs are barking up a storm. All right, so Stogie, did you promote Crystal's YouTube channel in the chat? Just because she'll ask. So let's promote. So let's see. Let me get back to the video. Make sure everything's going well. So yeah. So no politics in Axanar, Joseph. Okay. Michael, what is the goal for the episode? You mean the fundraising goal? Yeah, I'd like to raise $150,000 to do everything right, preferably 200, but that's kind of the range. Yeah. Oh, 101. Look at that. We passed 100 viewers tonight on Memorial Day. Congratulations. Thank you very much. That's awesome, everybody. We really, really appreciate it. Way to go. So this is great. I mean, it's awesome that we have 100 people watching. Thank you very much. And maybe we can up that even more and see what happens with YouTube is once you start growing, once you get past a certain number, they're exposing you to more people. And the more people they expose you to, your numbers keep going up, right? So that's kind of like, tell your friends, get them over here. Here, there we go. And there's Crystal Hubler's channel. Listen, as far as who we're hiring, we are not going to be telling you who we've hired. There are reasons for that. Listen, the main reason for that is that, we've got a group of haters led by Carlos Pedraza and Sean O'Halloran, 2 just freaking stalkers, who, as soon as they hear about someone doing something with Axanar, they immediately attack them, contact them, drag them through the mud. It's really disgusting, pathetic, and immature. And but that's what they do. They do it all with everyone, and so we're forced not to tell you guys who's involved, because these stalkers will stalk, our actors. They'll stalk, whoever. And so that's why we're not going to. So there you go. Thank you, Jeff, for subscribing to Crystal's channel. We appreciate it. Oh, 107. Look at that. So we're here talking about Axanar and the cast and the characters. So again, we'll talk about the characters as much as we can, and then we'll keep you posted. And listen, when it comes out, you're gonna know who they are, and then they're gonna be available to. They'll be at Axanar. They'll do things. So right now the plan, we're going to shoot the first here in Atlanta the first weekend in October, and then we're going to go and shoot in LA in December. So that's the plan right now. So we're working our butts off. Remember, we all have full-time jobs, so this is a hobby, and we're trying to do as much as we can while at the same time living a life. Thank you, Charles. I know. We will all be, I don't think this year, but next year we will all be at San Diego. We'll be at a Las Vegas Star Trek convention. And I'm telling you all now, you all need to come to the Star Trek convention in Las Vegas next year. And what we will do, because we will have a party there like we did before. We will have a screening off-site of Axanar. We'll do all those fun things. And I'm sure we'll get to say hi to some of the haters as well. The 79 $10 super chat. The 79. What does the 79 stand for? I'd like to know that. So tell me. But thank you very much for your super chat. Feel free to ask a question. Listen, if you super chat us, you absolutely get the right to ask a question. That's the questions we want to answer, right? So please let me know. Please let me know what you want. Mark Lawrence, hey, how you doing? Yeah, please do, Mark. We'll give them. Yeah, we'll give everyone a funny nickname. Let's just review. October, shoot in Atlanta. December, shoot in LA. We have one other. There's a bunch of other stuff we want to shoot, but those are the main ones. Those are the ones we need to shoot. And then there might be a secondary shoot in Atlanta where we just focus on the bridge. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But the whole idea is to release it at San Diego Comic-Con next summer, so a year from now, with a red carpet premiere. Let all the geek media know. Obviously, we had a really good, we got a really good reception when we did it 4 years ago. It'll be fun. It will technically be 2020 is the 10th anniversary of Axanar, so that's good. 10 strong. Next year. Michael Weir. Are we? Not yet. We're not doing pledges yet for funding yet, Michael Weir. Thank you for the $10 super chat. That is awesome. We appreciate that. 79. Let us know a little bit. Yeah. Make sure you let me know who you are. So thank you, Michael Weir. We will keep you posted. Michael is one of our admirals on the Patreon campaign, donating $100 a month. So thank you. So that's where we are. Man of action. You obviously missed the first 10 minutes where we talked about Vic Mignogna. Thank you, Zara. I greatly appreciate it, and we support Zara. And I hope you're having a good day over there, or good night over there. Michael sent a PayPal tonight. You're such a bench. Michael, remind me, are you a DC fan, or are you a Marvel fan? Remind me which one, so I can make sure to send you the best gift for it. Oh, by the way, since last week, we have a new let's see. There we go. Oh, Michael, look at that. We got two. We got a $40 from Michael Weir and a $20 from Michael Neely. So, Michael Weir, where did you go, Weir? Oh, Dale Simpson, there's Dale. Dale is out. Dale, are you back in town yet? Dale was down. He has a new job doing that military stuff. He's like, super secret. Hope you're doing well, Dale. We miss you. Are you coming to Vegas this year, Zara? Is that what you're coming to, or San Diego? Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up. Yeah, make sure you watch from the beginning. No, you are not. Raymond Moore, you will not see the beginnings of Garth Mandel unless that's like a different story. Oh, that's interesting. George Takai in Axanar as Tanaka's dad or something. That's interesting. Yeah, huh? All right. So thank you very much for your chats. Oh, by the way, we do have a new uh, uh, PayPal account and for Aries Studios, just for Aries Studios. So from now on, you guys can use that. It is Aries Studios ATL at gmail.com. Let me just make sure that's that right. Aries Studios ATL at gmail.com. That is our Aries Studios. Let's put that in there. That is our Aries Studios account, which we just opened up. Aries Studios ATL at gmail.com. Boom. That is the Aries Studios PayPal account. Either one is good. But we're going to start moving everything over to that because obviously auctions at protworks.com is my protworks account, and we were doing the big Star Trek auction. So as far as characters go, yeah, listen, ask questions if you want. I'm happy to answer. I think what we want to do is show a Starfleet that is not just humans. We want to show an Ares crew that is multicultural, right? And those things are important to us. And all the characters are we'll have a multitude of characters. There's lots of opportunity. We shot the Heroes vignette. So that vignette we will release after Axanar. And that may only be on the DVD or Blu-ray. At first, we'll see. So that's another interesting one, and we'll have we have photos of that we've shared with you before, and we can tell you more about that. That's when Garth comes back after Elba 2. It's what happened 6 months after Whom Gods Destroy. So so we did that. Let's see. Well, good, 79. Thank you very much for your donation. We really appreciate that. So the 79. What is the 79? You need to tell us what the 79 means. Right. What is this? Check out Stellar Trek, a Star Trek fan art game by gbgames.com. Available for free on Android and iOS. You can earn the use of an Ares class star. Really? Joseph, you need to tell me more about this. This is interesting. 79 was the year we were born, huh? Oh, you're a youngin'. What are you, 49 now? 79, I graduated from high school in 78. There we go. Questions. What questions do you guys have? What do you need to know about? Will they have other Ares class names other than Greek Roman gods? That's where we're starting. I think we're putting together a list. Someone just sent me information about putting a list together. We need to come up with the final list of Ares class ships. Oh, yeah, you're right. 39. Right. You're 39, 79. We'll have the list of of all the Ares class ships for you, as well as we're going to come up with lists for the other ships as well. I mean, we were working on a. By the way, here's things we need. We need graphic artists who want to work on bridge graphics, who can animate the graphics that Alexander Richardson produces. So if you have talents in the graphic arts area, you need to get in touch with Dana Wagner. Okay. Thank you, Necro. I appreciate that. Okay. So where do you send your headshots? Uh, Here's the address. So if you want to send something, and listen, I'm going to apologize in advance. We really have very few roles. And so it's going to be really tough, but we want to open it up to everyone. So send in your headshots, show us you're real. And our casting director makes the first cut on all of that stuff. And then she forwards to me who she likes for different roles. So it kind of, it takes me out of it initially. And which needs to be there because everyone's always asking me to be an Axanar. So there you go. What other questions do you all have? Let's ask some questions. We're going on an hour. Ooh, excuse me. And I always like to, I've liked to try and keep these to an hour, so they're pretty consistent. But I will stay on if you guys have questions. Will there be a What We Left Behind type documentary about Axanar? Yes, there will be. All right. I'll find Dana. All right. Find him on Facebook. That's the easiest way to go because I don't know his email off the top of my head. But you can find Dana Wagner. Oops. I popped my. Dana Wagner. And you can find him on, if you're Facebook friends with me, just look at my friends list and look up Dana Wagner. Hey, Alec, are you planning to have Power Rangers in Axanar? They would be good Marines on the planet. No Power Rangers. No crossing of the streams there, okay? George Sakay's accuser took back his assault charges. He's innocent and always has been. God, if you know George, too. I mean, if you know him. He's like the most gentle, nicest man, and he's incredibly faithful to his partner. So, yeah. Necro says I'd make the only change I'd make is a TOS dish style reflector so the Aries can get the premium movie channel package. Let's see. Hey, Stogie, can you find Dana's email? Well, let's see. Wait, maybe I can find Dana's email. Let me see. Okay, Dana Wagner at windstream.net. Here you go. Bam. Dana Wagner at windstream.net. That's Dana's email. If you're interested in helping with the graphics, contact him directly. Michael, you just sent another donation? Jesus. You're killing me, man. You're too kind. You're killing me, Smalls. But you're awesome. We love you. Hey, listen, I had... at the panel yesterday, it was a panel of 12 people, right? It was small. Yes, it did, Michael. Thank you so much. Thank you for your additional donation. That's awesome. So yesterday after the panel, I had two people, excuse me, one of who's a previous donor, who came up and gave me, just put cash in my hand, say, this is for Axanar. I was like, and it's really weird. Taking cash, one, I like having a paper trail, right? And I don't want to take cash. Makes me feel, well, okay, now I got to take the cash and I got to bring it home and I got to put it in the Aries Studio bank account, and or else I have to transfer money into the Aries Studio bank account. So it's very endearing. It's very sweet and loving of these people that they just want to give you money right then and there. But it's a little weird for me because I don't really want cash. But thank you to both of those people that were really nice. One of them had come over just to see our panel from MomoCon, which is the big gaming and anime convention. So, yeah. How many dicks in the Aries? I have no clue. I know we've talked about it, but I can't remember off the top of my head. What else we got? When will the blueprints be available? I'm not sure. I got to talk to Alexander about that. Let's see. No cloaking. No, there are no cloaking devices in Axanar, right? Because there are no Romulans. It just pisses me off. I mean, cloaking devices. The Klingon Emperor got the cloaking devices from the Romulans. Does the Ares have a spore drive? What's a spore drive? Yes, correct. Did someone say cash? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's no cloaking devices, and that's, I don't know, that's crazy. Let's see. Let's see if I. Oh, you want to see some? Let's see if I can put up some graphics. I don't know if I have them on this computer, so hold on a second. Let's see if I have any of the graphics. If not, I will. I've been posting them. If you're in the Patreon, you definitely. Oh yeah, here we go. All right. So for example, let me eye level color. Let me put this one up. Upper test. Okay, so let me put a couple here in here. Here's what I'm going to do. All right. All right. So I'm gonna. Oh, that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is do this. Yep, I don't want to do that either. I want to show you. Oh, wait a second. Let's just do this. Okay, let me do this. Let me just add it here. Hold on a second, folks. And that's media. That's not an image. Add media. Okay. Let me go in and get. All right, so here you go. So here is, I'm just going to put it right there so we can make it kind of big, huh? All right, so there is a, sorry. There's one of the graphics, right? So you get to see it. All right, we're going to micro size it, put it up here. All right, so how's that look? There you go. So there's one of the graphics, okay? Boom. And that's one, right? You can see it changing. There's different ones, but that's not, this one is the one of the static images, right? All right, so let's take that out. All right, we're going to take that, and let's add instead, media source, we're going to add, let's add, all right, so here's an animated one. Whoops, I'm going to shrink that down. How's that? Okay. All right, so there's an animated one, right? There you go. And now, and let's see if we can get this right. And I'm going to add media source, because, okay, browse. Let's take a look at this. This one's not animated, but yeah, there you go. We're gonna, oops, there you go. All right, so there gives you an idea of some of the displays, right, that we're using on Axanar. All right, now let me head back and see what you guys are all. how long after Enterprise is this show? I want to say it is. What was it? The last episode of Enterprise was 2261. Was it? 2161. Excuse me. Right. So I think we're 84 years later. I think that's correct. Grapple Hooker, you have to talk to Dana Wagner about graphics and such. It's after Enterprise. It's 20. Axanar takes place 20 years before TOS, and Prelude to Axanar, the 4 Years War documentary, is technically shot 10 years before TOS. So there you go. Did something? Oh, my graphic fell out. All right, so there you go. So now let me do this. All right. So there you go. So hopefully that is informative for you. I sent him first. Don't forget to add missile command in a corner interface. All right, I'm just checking out. All right, so there you go. PayPal is boom. All right. So there you go. Hopefully that is all good for you. You saw got a little Axanar porn in there. It's going at 10:16 now, so I want to wrap this up. Listen, we're kind of done with Real Trek for now since Orville and Discovery are off the air. Stogie and Mai's plan is we continue to do Axanar Confidential. I've got guests planned for the next 2 weeks already. So where is? Let me put that back in place. Brendan Goodyear, who does the TOS Axanar mashup graphics, will be with us next Monday. And then the Monday after that, Eric Henry, who is a concept designer, came up with Bridge and a whole bunch of stuff. So we've got some great guests coming up. We'll continue to focus on Axanar Confidential every Monday night. Listen, we hit 100 viewers tonight. That's awesome. We want to keep improving on that. Thanks to you. You guys are amazing. We're at 100 right now. So let's see. Yeah, get in touch with Dana. Again, Dana is, here's Dana's email. Right? Aries, yes. Aries porn is good. I'm all in favor of Aries porn. So next Monday night. All right. So next Monday night, everyone be back. We'll have Brendan Goodyear here. We'll have more cool information, and I'll work on some great giveaways for you guys and get them out. And I'll get out the gifts from this weekend last tomorrow, hopefully. If not, it'll be Friday because I'm going to Charleston. So why isn't this 10 million watching right now? I know. We need more. Thank you, Old Code, for emailing Dana Wagner. We're going to sign off right now with 100 viewers. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. Thanks. Please give thanks in your way to the people who have given their lives in defense of this country, because that's what Memorial Day is all about. Thank you to all veterans everywhere for what they do. And next week, we'll have Brendan Goodyear on. So until then, as always, you know the drill. Live long and prosper, my friends. Good night and good luck.